I don't have time for this bullshit.
Ha! Bullshit, bullshit, bullshit. All this guy ever does is BS. Anyway, it's time for another edition of BSing with Big Nate.
Welcome into another edition of BSing with Big Nate. As is tradition, we do it for any holiday. We have brought Chelsey Rene back with us. Now, usually we're doing this one a little differently. Of course, our last one was also different. We made salsa, and I walked Chelsey through it. Did you ever try that salsa?
Unfortunately, I did not, because by the time I got around to wanting to eat it, I was scared that it had gone bad.
I mean, you would know if it went bad. That's a little bummy, but I tried it. It was delicious. You made fantastic salsa. And now I've given Chelsey a list of ingredients. And do you like lasagna?
Yes.
Okay, we're going to be making lasagna, but this is a dessert lasagna.
I was going to say.
There's no pasta involved. It's going to be really decadent. It'll allow anyone at any 4th of July cookout. I'm pretty confident. And let's go ahead and get to it. We'll start by going through the ingredients we have in front of us. Milk, instant chocolate pudding, cream cheese, melted butter. I went ahead and pre-melted my butter. I don't know if you did that, but
I haven't done that yet, no.
That's okay. You have a microwave right there. You'll be ready. Oreos. Has to be Oreos. Don't come at me with any of those other brands. Oreos or nothing. Now, I don't feel the same way about Kool-Aid. So we've got whipped topping, the original flavor, patriotic sprinkles. I couldn't find blue sprinkles, but I've got blue decorating sugar and rosy red sprinkles, so that should fill the need, and mini chocolate chips. Now, we're going to talk about some of the kitchen gear we've got as well. You need a 9x13 Pyrex. Do you have one of those?
I can get one.
All right. You're going to need something to maneuver ingredients around in said baking dish. I'm using a rubber spatula. Use whatever suits your fancy. A tablespoon, a measuring cup, because you got to measure things. I've got a KitchenAid mixer with the paddle attachment. Now, the recipe doesn't really say with any specificity what we need to use. I like the paddle attachment. It's where I'm comfortable. We're going to use it, and my food processor. Now, you don't have a food processor.
No.
You have an immersion blender. So we're not going to use that. We're actually going to have you use a Ziploc bag and rolling pin to fill the needs. But here we go. You don't have to bake anything. It just goes in your fridge. So as long as you got a refrigerator or a freezer, you are ready. But let's go ahead and get started. First, you're going to need your Oreos. In your case, you're going to want to put them in the Ziploc bag. Use the entire package of Oreos.
Jesus.
Yeah, maybe I should look to buy extra because it's really hard to resist the appeal of a nice Oreo. But in my case, I'm putting these all in the food processor.
Good thing I didn't get family size.
Oh, I really weighed whether or not I need a family size. So we're going to see. This is a little bit of an adventure for me as well. I've never made this either. So fingers crossed. Good luck, everybody. Now, there's also some downtime involved in this. Something like a 4-hour wait if you're using the fridge, 1 hour wait if you're using the freezer. So maybe you, while you're waiting for it to finish, you can go back and watch some of the other episodes of BS with Big Nate where Chelsey and I do stuff in the kitchen. Neither of us are trained chefs. I don't know if you knew that.
If people were watching me right now trying to dump this bag of Oreos in this bag, they would know that I'm not a trained chef.
There have been some times where there was a particular casserole, this is Big Nate, that Chelsey and my wife made. Best casserole I've ever had. It was a jalapeno popper casserole. And I don't know if it's because we were a little buzzed, but we've never been able to replicate the success of that first go. So,
and I haven't really made it since then.
You've come a long way from burning boiling pasta. which still
Right,
blows.
I've got my Oreos in my bag.
Okay, so you're gonna go ahead and crush those using your rolling pin. I'm gonna food process mine. We'll see who's done first. You want to get them really fine, almost like just crumbs.
Oh boy. Okay. Well, here, we'll do this first.
All right, let's see how that looks. We could still stand to be more crushed.
Not bad.
Fun fact, these Oreos are just about the only vegan ingredient in this entire casserole. So if you're feeding any vegans dessert, just set aside some of the Oreos for them.
Yeah, my former boss was vegan, and his weakness was Oreos.
I can believe it. Oh, crud. I forgot the tools. We need a bowl to put the Oreos in.
Okay.
So I'm going to go grab it. Chelsey, entertain them.
Well, I'm just gonna keep beating this bag.
All right, I've got my handy dandy green bowl. Are you still beating the bag? Did you try this?
I'm done. It's probably a good thing we didn't do this early morning because my neighbors would hate me.
Are your neighbors adjacent, like close enough to hear you beating Oreos with a rolling pin?
Yes, below and beside.
Oof. Oof. All right. Now, are you sure that bowl is going to be big enough?
For just Oreos, am I going to be mixing other things in it?
Well, you need to melt your 6 tablespoons of butter.
Okay, I can do that.
But I think that's all that'll be going in there for now. So go ahead and put the Oreos in a bowl. In my case, I got to disassemble this food processor. I did not
Perfect. That gives me time to melt better.
as I wanted to.
Oh, hey, on the butter, is it salted or unsalted?
It didn't say. I don't think it matters.
I'm gonna go with salted since we're not adding salt to it.
Yeah, I think that's probably the right move. All of my butter's salted. Okay, so you want to melt your butter and then add it to the Oreos, mix it up.
Okay.
With 6 tablespoons. Mine in my lovely yellow coffee mug. What do we do before the microwaves?
Before the what?
Before microwaves were invented.
Yeah, people were missing out.
Dark ages, man. So I'm gonna add my butter to the Oreos. You need to do the same.
Oh. We're gonna have to take a pause because I'm pretty sure our microwave is unplugged.
Does anything work for you? Your blender died. Your microwave's unplugged.
Well, the microwave's unplugged because for some reason, every now and then it starts to beep and you can hit these buttons and it won't stop beeping. So the only way to get it to stop beeping is to unplug it.
Are you sure it's not the smoke detector?
Oh, positive, because we set that off once a week.
How do you set it off once a week, Chelsey?
Oh, we just get stuff on the bottom of our oven, you know, and when we open it, it kind of. Well,
You know, this is really handy. I don't know if you remember last week.
What was that?
Wasn't actually functioning. And it occurs to me this would have been fantastic last year. Instead, I think we did daggers or some sort of liquidy beverage that was red, white, and blue.
Yeah. The
frozen one.
Frozen daiquiri. Oh, like a Miami Vice kind of deal, but with some blue food coloring and stuff. Yeah.
Yes, that's right. We cheated on the blue. I remember now. We could have just used carousel.
And I'm not a big fan.
You don't like carousel?
Not exactly. I mean, it's something okay.
In my experience, in everything except for windshield wiper fluid, blue is always the best flavor.
And Windex.
And well, have you tried Windex?
No.
I don't recommend it.
All right, my butter's finally going over.
Curious, because I never know how long is the right amount of time to melt butter. How long did you put it in the microwave?
I did 30 seconds.
That's what I did as well, and it seemed perfect. So.
Yeah, it's fixing well.
All right. So once you've got the Oreos and the butter pretty thoroughly mixed, you want to line the bottom of your casserole dish with it. And kind of spread it evenly and press it in so it's kind of like a crust.
Okay. All right, we're gonna have to take a little adventure and dig through my cabinets for the casserole dish.
Going on a field trip. How often do you use your casserole dish that it's buried in a cabinet?
We use it often, but we use our skillets and our pots more. As you can see, pulling literally everything out.
Just kind of want to spread this in, like we're making a cheesecake or something. Actually, I have no idea how the cheesecake's made. I've always wanted to try, but it seems daunting. You need like a special pan. Should have made cheesecake. Oh, you want to shoot for 9 by 13, kind of like you're making brownies.
What was that?
You want to shoot for a 9 by 13.
Okay, got it. Perfect.
It looks like dirt.
I mean, everybody's cabinets are like this, right? Just full of pots and pans and
honestly, that's it's kind of why I had you on to make me feel better about our cabinets.
Thanks. All right, I'm putting it. So I don't need to grease it because the butter is gonna take care of everything.
Yeah, you don't need to grease it. I mean, it's not going to be baking, so I don't think anything should stick really.
Oh, yeah, that's true.
Oh, beautiful.
I definitely think I could have beat mine a little bit more.
What's that?
I think I could have beat mine a little bit more. It's more chunky than sandy.
I've got some chunks in here as well, and I was using the food processor, so I just think Oreos weren't necessarily designed for this. All right. What do I do with the butter on my hands? All right, so our next step is going to require your KitchenAid.
It's to what?
It's going to require your KitchenAid.
Oh, okay. Okay, cool. What's going in it?
Cream cheese. Now, did you just get a package of cream, like a square of cream cheese, or did you get a container?
Got, I guess, I don't know what you want to call this. I mean, it's not a spread, so a container. Well, it's not either, but a block. It's a block of cream cheese.
8 ounces of cream cheese straight in the KitchenAid with the paddle attachment.
Okay.
And we kind of want to whip that around until it's light and fluffy.
Okay.
So the first time I've had a live audience for BS with Big Nate, like in person. I think they'll spring to give me my own studio. We have a cooking show. And yes, I am carrying into the cream cheese container with my teeth. So anyone worried about germs out there, so mostly just because of my family. They're okay with it, I'm pretty sure. If they're not, they don't get it.
Alright, cream cheese is in.
Straight in the mixer. And then we mix it until it's like what?
Okay.
It also helps to turn on your surge protector.
What was that?
My surge protector was off and it wouldn't turn on. My production staff is so fired.
I think it's fluffy.
What's that?
I think it's light and fluffy. It's kind of hard to tell. A lot of it's in my attachment.
Yeah, in that case, because I've got the same thing. What I usually do is I'll take that rubber spatula and pull it down and at least take it through one more time. Like right now, mine's pretty dense. I have no idea if that's the right thing to do. I'm not a baker. All right, let's go around again. Now that's okay. Now to the cream cheese, we need to add a half cup of sugar and 2 tablespoons of milk.
Got my sugar already prepared. And it's going in the mixer?
Yes. Two tablespoons of milk.
2 tablespoons of milk.
And a half a cup of sugar.
Now, I hope the type of milk doesn't matter because we're fat-free milk people here.
I mean, I've never drank it, but I don't think it's going to affect it too much.
Anything else going in, or do we go ahead and start mixing?
The half cup sugar and the milk is it for now. I want to go ahead and kind of let that be kind of like you're making icing. Although there's no butter, so. So once that's pretty thoroughly mixed, you need a 4th cup of the whipped topping, or Cool Whip as it's more often called. Beautiful. Try to mix you one more time.
You said 1/4 cup?
Yeah. Look this bad boy up on the horsepower. So I don't know if you noticed, my KitchenAid mixer is in fact pink.
Is it?
It is, and
Purple, way better.
so yeah, a little story about that. I ordered a red KitchenAid mixer, cranberry red, which is apparently pink. I was less than thrilled when it arrived, but hey, what can you do?
I mean, can you say where you ordered it from?
There is a rainforest with a similar name.
Okay.
And I wasn't wearing pants when I bought it. So narrow it down.
Yes. Yes. It's pretty good.
Okay, so then you're gonna go ahead and press that into the, spread that evenly over your Oreo mixture. I'm going with the recipe. How are you moving quicker than me?
Because I had some of my stuff already prepared, and that helps me a lot.
Not bad for you. I feel like I'm not the person for this job.
And I'm supposed to spread this stuff?
Yeah, is it not spreadable? That's why you're ahead of me. You did something wrong.
It's just from where my base isn't so solid that all the crumbles are,
Ah,
yeah.
I mean, who's gonna complain?
Yeah, you're right. It's all going to end up the same place. Your stomach.
Spread. Spread.
I don't feel like I have enough.
Yeah, I was just thinking the same thing. Very thin layer. Well, like when you're making an actual lasagna, like the ricotta layer is usually pretty thin. So I think this is supposed to be like the dessert equivalent to ricotta. And while we're making fake Italian food dessert on the 4th of July weekend. Here we are.
We should have been making hot dogs. That's American.
You know what? That would have been fun. Just a little 2-minute video on how to make hot dogs. All right. So now we come to the next layer. I'm going to use my Oreo bowl. I got Cool Whip behind my ear somehow. Don't know how.
I think you're struggling more than I am today, and I'm enjoying it.
Yeah, and I tried to make this my favorite. All right, so you're going to put the pudding packets into a bowl.
The what?
The pudding packets.
Oh, okay. Okay.
And then you want to mix in 3/4 a cup of water.
Of water?
Water. Milk.
Milk. Okay.
Good God. I almost ruined your whole assembly. And now my live audience is mocking me from the other room. Go ahead and fix the camera that my cat kindly knocked over.
Which cat?
Dreama.
Okay.
Cat.
Okay, so how much milk again?
3/4 cup.
Just 3/4 cup.
That is what the recipe says. I'm sorry, 3 cups and a 1/4.
I was gonna say I pre-measured this stuff and I poured 3 cups of milk, so I'm glad that I did it right. Okay, we're good.
My sous chef put the recipe out for me, and they have terrible handwriting. I have terrible handwriting.
I was gonna say I feel like you have terrible handwriting.
3 1/4. That's about to be some powdery pudding. Thank you for questioning me. That's why we keep you around.
That's what I'm here for, really. I'm not good for much else.
Your skepticism helps. All right, so you want to stir that until it's pretty evenly mixed. And here's the interesting part. We're gonna spread it over. Good Lord, I should just put this in the KitchenAid. And then once it's spread over, we have to let it rest for 5 minutes.
Okay, that's interesting.
Well, you kind of want it to thicken up before you do the next step.
Okay, makes sense.
Now, are you pro or con kitchen aprons?
KitchenAid what?
Aprons.
I'm like for them. I just forget to put them on. I got a really cute Christmas one.
I have never in my life thought I've needed an apron until now. Because I have pudding all over my shirts.
Have you already poured yours over?
I have not. I'm still in the mixing phase.
Okay, okay.
Yes, sir.
All right, I think I'm pouring.
I just cannot get all these little clumps out. I'm really bad at making instant pudding.
I mean, mine has a lot of clumps too, but I'm just saying, screw it.
That's the attitude.
Yes.
Well, I'm a little more anal retentive about things like this, so I'm going to go ahead and get it as mixed as possible. But yeah, I'm kind of with you.
I'm going for it.
I'm going for it as well. Get that nice and spread.
This is smelling pretty good, I gotta say already.
Yeah, I feel like it's one of those you can't really go wrong. All the ingredients fit separately, but it also makes sense that they would all go together. Wow, I thought that would spread more evenly.
It's already pretty thick.
Yeah, mine as well. All right, we'll let that rest for 5 minutes, and then we'll come back and wrap it all up.
5 minutes later.
All right, so now that your pudding is rested for 5 minutes, this is kind of the most important step. And you know, you kind of like, you've seen a checkerboard before, right?
Yeah.
Okay, so you need to make a checkerboard of Cool Whip on top of the pudding layer.
Uh-oh.
And you got to use the rest of the Cool Whip.
Uh-oh.
Uh-oh, what?
This sounds hard.
I am confident you can do it.
Huh. Okay. We'll see how this works out. So, can I ask why you don't just spread it all out?
No, you got to do a checkerboard.
Okay.
It's, I don't know if you know this, checkers was actually invented in America. It was the traditional game of Independence Day.
I didn't know that.
So it's, no, I mean, I think that's what makes it like a 4th of July dessert. Let me know once you got your checkerboard pattern.
Yeah, it's gonna be a while.
Do you have like a bag? You can kind of do it like piping style.
Oh. Well, yeah, we do have one of those, but too late now. I'm already invested.
Yeah, I mean, we're near the finish line. I can feel it. So you just got to power through on this. I mean, the screws don't perfect.
Did this recipe really call for a checkerboard, or are you just doing that because you know it was invented in America?
No, you need a checkerboard.
Yeah. Was it like part of their lasagna?
Yeah, that's where I learned about the checkers being the game of 4th of July was the recipe.
Oh.
You think they would teach that in school?
Ah, that would have been smart.
So, do you have any big 4th of July plans?
Well, gonna party hardy, gonna go to the beach and party hardy.
Must be nice to just be able to like go to the beach like on a whim.
Yeah. But the funny thing is, I don't normally go to the beach down here. It's probably like a once every couple of weeks kind of deal.
Oh, so I want to know what's your game here, stealing my ideas with the concert calendar with Chelsey Rene. Interviewing local bands. Sounds like someone I know.
Yeah, you know, maybe this guy called Big Nate.
Yes, Chelsey is on SoundCloud. You need to check out concert calendar with Chelsey Rene. Now, their band's local to her, but it's really entertaining. Where can they find that, Chelsey?
Yeah, so it's on SoundCloud and just search for Chelsey Rene on Easy.
Easy, of course, being the station she's on.
Yes, not implying anything else. Yeah, my checkerboard's not coming out too hot.
No, I think your approach was solid. Like I said, I think using a bag was. Let me look at your. Like doing the squares first, and then I think that's great. Now, do you have anyone to serve all this to?
No, so I don't know what I'm gonna do with this.
Take it to a food shelter. I don't know if they'll accept baked goods.
I was gonna say, can you take items like this to a food shelter?
I mean, I don't know. I feel like it would be a great gesture, but I feel like you're probably right. They probably don't accept things like that. Because, I mean, food tampering's a thing.
Yeah, exactly. So I guess what's gonna happen is I'm gonna party hardy this weekend, and when I get a little hankering late at night, I'm just gonna come in here and devour it.
And what will you be drinking on this 4th of July?
So I think that I'm gonna be making watermelon mules. Probably gonna go get a blender later today.
Yeah, that still blows my mind. I've got like 3 blenders.
Oh, well, do you want to ship one down here then?
It'll never get there in time.
It's true. So you get like frozen watermelon, blend it up, get your ginger beer, your vodka, some mint and lime, and make a mule.
And you've already got vodka.
Yep, exactly. So thanks for that.
And here I thought it was revenge for last year. I mean, I can't believe your checkerboard's not done yet.
Are you just messing with me? Are you doing a checkerboard?
Once you're done with your checkerboard, you need to put chocolate chips and sprinkles on top. And just go wild and decorate it however you want. Do you need an
You
example?
just put Cool Whip on top, didn't you?
Would you like to see mine?
Yes. We're turning the camera around so that I can see. You were, I knew it. Gosh, I'm so gullible.
I don't know. I tried really hard to sell it.
You
Right.
did. So is the whole checkerboard thing alive?
I
Oh my
made it up. I have no idea where checkers was invented.
All right. Well, now that I see that,
I do want to say I wasn't alone in this endeavor. Cindy and JT say hello, and they said I needed to mess with you. I think you're muted.
no, I'm not muted. Can you hear me?
You're just angry.
Anger's not the word, but
You had to have known I wasn't just gonna leave it on just the vodka I tricked you into buying.
what was that?
So you had to have known that I wasn't just gonna leave it at the vodka. I tricked you.
Well, I thought the vodka was it. My mistake. I should have known better. Lessons learned.
Yeah, I mean, and I will say this: you are definitely working way harder on spreading yours than I did. Mine, because you cover it in sprinkles and chocolate chips, and it all just kind of definitely looks festive.
All right, I'm on this list here. Remind me to never do an April Fool's one with you.
Well, you know, I'm honestly shocked we haven't.
For good reason.
But yeah, this is the handwriting I was trying to read to all you out there. You can see it's so bad. I even forgot steps and then had to put them on another page. So that's where things got a little bit messy. So I'll go ahead and above the video, below the video, depending on if you're watching on Facebook or YouTube, I'll actually link you to the recipe so you can read it. Because you're so dainty with it, you just kind of want to throw them on there. Like, who cares if you miss? Just all over the stove.
This is part of what takes me so long in the kitchen. I just want you to know that.
Like, you're trying to like get it on there all evenly. We just talked about it's all going to the same place.
I know.
Top, you missed a spot. No, a little lower to the right. I mean, there's a big spot with nothing on it. And also, like, if you might be going overboard with the chocolate chips. I know.
It said 1.5 cups. Is it not 1.5 cups?
I mean, it did say that, but I feel like that's excessive. Because
Okay.
you've also got to put sprinkles on there.
All right. Let me at least just get these little bare areas.
I'm calling that up.
All right. Let's see here.
Oh, you've got red, white, and blue.
I was just gonna get red, white, and then, red and blue, but then we saw these white ones, and Sam convinced me to get them. So yeah.
Aren't you concerned that the white will maybe be washed out by the white of the Cool Whip?
It doesn't matter, right? It's all going in the same place.
This is true. This is very true.
So what you're gonna have to do is tell me how long I spent doing that checkerboard until I realized you were just messing with me.
I mean, you definitely made it a lot farther than I expected with the checkerboard.
Well, when you said, I can't believe you're not done yet, I was like, wait, that sounds like I'm the butt of a joke.
Well, the worst part is your cameraman didn't even like bail you out on that
I
one.
know. And so later. Giving him the laser eyes right now. I don't think the white is going to be a washout because it's going to stand out against all those chocolate chips I just dumped on there.
You did use a lot of chocolate chips. Let's see these layers. Go ahead and show everyone at home the layers I managed to achieve. Clearly uneven. I clearly have no place in a bakery. And Chelsey has left. She's done.
Oh, better not just dump these on there.
Are those baking pearls?
Yeah.
Nice, get a little crunch in there.
Mm-hmm. Okay, yeah, we're done. I'm done.
Did you put the blue on there?
Yeah. Here,
Okay.
I'll
Let's
lift
go
it
ahead.
up. See.
Let's show our final products. You go first.
Ta-da!
Beautiful, beautiful.
You can see some layers-ish.
Mine, because I used decorating sugar instead of sprinkles. I don't know. Mine looks like a hot mess.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, I used a lot more chocolate chips than you. Okay.
Well, whenever I see a half cup of chocolate chips in a recipe, I assume that like 3/4 of that is just for me to eat while I'm making it.
Oh, well, I did have some while I was doing it.
Well, this is our last step. If you're using a refrigerator, it needs to sit in there for 4 hours covered.
Okay.
If you're using a freezer, 1 hour covered. Of course, once again, thank you for continuing the tradition and joining me for a holiday edition of BSing with Big Nate. I will,
Thank you. Thank you
We'll
for
talk
having
again for Memorial Day.
me. Okay.
Go play some checkers.
And I'm going to start thinking of what I'm going to do for Memorial Day. So watch out. Yeah.